Hey everybody, it's Jason Creel and you're watching Lawn Care Life. Today I want to talk about fire ants, and I am showing a product that I'm going to be trying out. It's Bayer's Topchoice, and the great thing about Topchoice is it gives you approximately 1 year control on fire ants. Also has some effect on mole, crickets, fleas, ticks, other insects like that. But my target pest today is fire ants. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the product, and then we're going to show you the application, going to show you the ants out in the yard, and then we're going to come back and check on it and see how well the product is working and hopefully be able to show you some results. But again, it's just a great thing that you can apply this one time and get your 1 year control on fire ants. So let's take a look at the product. Here it is, Topchoice. It comes in a 50-pound bag, and the application rate for fire ants is 2 pounds per 1,000 square feet. So at that rate, you're going to get about 25,000 square feet out of this bag. And we've got a contained area that we're going to treat today that's got active fire ants in the area. Let me show you the ants in this area. You can see here, basically you've got a gravel driveway area over to those shrubs, over here to a dumpster area. This contained area here, and we're going to try to spread this application evenly as possible to cover this area. So just looking at this, I'm going to guess this is in the neighborhood of 6,000 square feet. I'm going to set my spreader to go for the rate of 2 pounds per 1,000 square feet. I'll probably put extra fire ant bait in the spreader, but I want to cover this area and see what kind of results we get, and we'll be checking back. So let's see if we can find some ants. Now the grass was mowed here not too long ago, but so the ant beds are not sticking up tall, but there are active ants in the area. So you can see that one as I stirred it up. The ants are getting a little upset with me, so they're starting to come out. There's ants there. Let's see if we can find one that's got a little more ants in it. I saw several ant beds in this area. Here's a small one. There they come. So what we're going to probably need to do is do the application when check back, just do a real thorough search in this area and check the ant beds and see if any of them are active. You know, because sometimes people say fire ant control options that they say, oh, you know, the ants just move, and we don't want them just to move. We want them to, you know, actually control the ants. So you can see there's quite a bit. Obviously I'm not going to stick my hand in there, because these are fire ants that will bite you. Here's another one, a couple more actually. That one, I see a few ants, not very active. Let's check this one over here. Now you don't have to stir up the ant beds. I'm just simply doing this to show you that there's active ants in the area. You see that one's pretty lively one there. So, all right, make sure they're not on my shoes, and let's get ready and make the application. All right, so let's put the Topchoice here in the hopper. You don't have to apply with a ride-on spreader sprayer. I mean, you can use a hand spreader, push spreader. You know, there's obviously other ways to apply this. I figure if I got a ride-on spreader, why push when I can ride? That's just my theory. That should be more than enough to cover that area. I've already got my spreader setting adjusted for the proper rate to put this out at 2 pounds per 1,000 square feet. So let's get started. just enough to cover that area. And what we'll do is check back. You'll notice it's not like something I'm gonna go dump right on the bed. The idea is that you make a nice even application over the whole area. So that's what we tried to accomplish here, and we'll check back and show you results. So it's been about 3 weeks since the initial application of Topchoice for fire ant control. Since then, we've had a lot of rain. The grass has been cut. You know, a lot of times with fire ants, it seems like when you mow the grass, the next day, the ant bed is back again. Or if it rains, it seems like there's ant beds. So we've had both. The grass was mowed yesterday, and we've had a lot of rain lately. But what I want to do is just basically walk over this property and look to see if we can find any ant beds. And if there's any ant beds, we'll stir them up and see if there's any active fire ants in the area, and just as a way to check. Now, let me say this about the Topchoice. Don't put, and this was with a lot of things, I deal with this in the weed control industry, you know, when you put something out, don't check back one day later and decide how well it worked. Okay, let's give it a little bit of time. The true benefit of Topchoice, in my opinion, is that it gives you about 12 months of control, and that's a huge positive, just not having to keep putting something out over and over again. All right, let's take a look at the property and see what we can find. Okay, so I remember, you know, as I survey the overall property, it's morning here, so we getting some shadows coming in, but I remember, you know, kind of the general area where we found the fire ant beds. And just initial look here with dew on the ground, you can see my footprints there. You know, there's no obvious fire ant beds that have popped up, so that's a good thing. And to be honest with you, I'll have to search, because see if we can find, you know, where the previous fire ants were. I know we didn't come out this far when we applied. It was more over in this area. And what may have happened, if the fire ants have been controlled, it may be a situation where the grass, we've had a lot of rain, and this Bermuda grass grows so fast. It may be a deal where the Bermuda grass has started to fill in where the fire ant beds were, which can make them difficult to find. But regardless, if nothing else, we can survey the property and see if there's any sign of anything. And if there's not, that's actually a good thing. Well, I know that when I did the previous fire ant, with the previous fire ant beds, they were over in this area. And to be honest with you, I don't even see where they were. So like I said, like I suspected, it's possible that the ants have been, the ant beds have been controlled, and now this Bermuda grass, which is growing like crazy, has grown over the ant beds, making them difficult to see. Well, I think it's safe to say that it's controlled the ants. Now, obviously, we're not going to continue the video for another 12 months to see, you know, how long it lasts. But 12-month control is what Topchoice advertises, which is a great thing. And obviously, and let me say this, I came back about a week and a half after the application, and I still saw some fire ants in the area. But now 3 weeks later, they're gone. And so give it a little time to work. Like I said, don't jump to conclusions. But 3 weeks later, I literally can't find even where the old ant beds were, and certainly no sign of any new ant beds. So anyway, just something to consider as you look for fire ant control options in the lawn. It controls some other insects as well, but you know, primarily what I'll be using it for is fire ant control. So hope the video has been helpful. I'm Jason Creel, appreciate you watching. There's over 500 videos on the channel, Lawn Care Life. I'd encourage you to subscribe to the channel and check out some of the other videos. Thanks a lot. Bye.